Hi Aquarius, welcome to my channel. My name is Kem. So today, Aquarius, for your meditative session, you guys got the Seven of Cups. I really like the Seven of Cups because it's not like the traditional one, and it means letting go, right? Like surrendering to like the flow, right, of life basically. And I feel like it's helping you appreciate a time of stagnancy, right? Because I feel like sometimes we go through these like hard times and like we don't really understand why we have to go through them, and it's like we don't really see the value in it, right? And I think you're starting to see like it's okay that like time happens, or like whatever happened in that time period, it doesn't have to be like the present, like maybe I did learn something. And I think that's helping you, like realizing what you might have learned is helping you go with the flow, right? It's like, oh, I get it now, and now I get it. So that's helping you trust, right? It's really, really beautiful, Aquarius. So let's pull some more cards and see what we got. So Aquarius, I feel like the best thing that you could do at this time is to connect with like your intuition, and communication is like very important at this time with this Ace of Swords, because it's sitting right under your heaven and earth. So right now, if you're feeling mentally conflicted about anything, I don't think you are. I think you fight yourself on something. So like, it's not that you're conflicted, it's that I feel like you're stopping yourself a lot. So I feel like what you should go do is like either write, like freehand, so just like write anything. It's gonna help like get everything kind of out, right? And I feel like that's what you need to get in touch with your intuition, right? Like you have to kind of be clear. And I feel like that's what you fight yourself over. It's like you're unclear about something. It's something like that's going on in your mind you're unclear about. You're like, you don't know like if you should do it or not. You don't know, like there's something confusing to you. So I'm saying like your intuition is going to lead you to your heaven on earth. Like this is for masculine, because I'm getting the Emperor, I'm getting the King of Wands. I have the Knight of Cups here with a decision, right? With the choice card. So I know this is a masculine energy who is a little like confused right now. And for this masculine, I would say like, if you're still not at this point where you have reached like this clarity, then I feel like writing it down, or I feel like writing is the easiest thing for me, but maybe for you it will be something different. But that's like getting in touch with your like intuition, your gut, right? Like what you feel instinctively, right? I would say it's like an instinct, right? That is where your heaven and earth is. And I feel like this isn't the time to use a lot of like, this is not the time to use, it's not about intellect, right? It's not about being like rash. It's just about being like instinctively in tune with what you want. And then that's what's going to lead you here, right? Maybe communication is a part of this. I feel like it's more intuition, but it could be communication. But I see like, this might be like the most beautiful reading I've ever done, because I have like every beautiful card out. I have the Love, And I have the Nine of Wands, right? Which is someone who wants to give themselves, like, basically, like, be open again to, like, love, I would say, right? Like, the Nine of Wands, you see how he's, like, holding the rose and, like, all of his chakras seem to be unblocked. Again, there's something about, it's like his higher, like, the higher knowing, right? Like, again, I feel like it's an intuitive thing, right? And I feel like you have to get, I feel like here at the very end, when it comes to you making a choice, right? When it comes to you making a choice, I feel like again, the Emperor came out, but I feel like with this Eight of Swords, there's an easy way to feel trapped about this if you remain in, like, you know, this panic or this anxiety or this fear. Then you get into, like, this Eight of Swords. You see how, like, uncomfortable and, like, mentally trapped they are, right? Like, I think they could just take their hands and, like, take a sword out, but they're, like, trapped, right? And I see you moving past this energy, because at the end we have the King of Wands, right? So we start with the Emperor, and at the end we end with the King of Wands. And I think it's really beautiful because this King of Wands talks about a phoenix. It talks about a phoenix reborn. So it's like a phoenix is being reborn from its own ashes. I think it's really significant because it's like it's coming from the old ashes and it's just being reborn, right? It's not like they put anything new. It's not like they took anything out. And that's something I think you need to understand. I think there's, like, an acceptance that has to come with who you are. Maybe what, like, some of the things you've done you're not, like, happy about, but we all have those moments when we're not being, like, the best I feel like we could be. And I feel like that's not what's important right now. What's important is to know that, like, you're getting this new opportunity to start again. And I think with the Six of Wands and the Knight of Cups, this is an emotional conversation that you might have to have with someone. Like, you know, it involves being transparent, right? It involves being clear. And again, I think you will have victory. Again, like, you have the Heaven and Earth card out, you have the Love card, and they're telling you to have faith, right? Like, there's so many beautiful cards here. So I just see you having to, like, clear out that confusion and come to some sort of clarity, and that's what's going to lead you to your Ten of Cups. And I feel like there might have been a time when you missed out on this Ten of Cups, right? Because we have with this Two of Swords, right? It's like, first we have, like, the duality, right? The dark and the light. And I think that's something that you have to accept. Again, like, there's this aspect of you that I feel like thinks about the past and, like, maybe mistakes that were made. Again, we have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, the Ten of Swords. It's like a missed opportunity, right? And I think it's because you were in pain, right? You were, like, in fear. You were in this other mode where I think that's what caused you to, like, miss out. Look at these two tens, right? It calls you to miss out on a cycle, but I don't think that the cycle has to be missed. That's what I think they're trying to say. Like, you still can have this Heaven and Earth, right? You still can have this love. All that it takes from your side is to, like, one, believe, right? They have the Wisdom card out here, right? I think it's taking everything that you've learned and learning to use both sides of yourself, right? Like, the I guess it's like the duality that we all have within us, right? Like the feminine and the masculine, the dark and the light. Like, they're all parts of us that are helping us on this journey. You have to see it that way and not the way that you see it, where it's like, oh, I might regret a lot of things, or I might regret some things, right? Or I missed out on something, right? It's like, you don't have to think like that. Like, they're giving you a chance to, like, have everything that you want. It's a promise, right? With this Heaven and Earth, it's a promise. Like, you can have this that you want, this Ten of Cups, you can have it. I think it just takes being very clear and then just going for it, right? Like, not having to, like, hesitate, not being in fear, not being, like, stuck. Again, we all make, like, mistakes. We all, like, do things that we, like, regret at some point. And again, maybe that helped you, like, that has helped bring you closer to your true, like, soul, right? Like, that pain. But now they're just saying that it's time to kind of go, right? Like, you have, again, the Phoenix reborn. This is going to be, like, a victory for you. Whatever choice, I feel like the decision that you need to make is, like, I guess, living fearlessly, right? And not having anxiety about someone that you want to communicate with, or being intuitively clear about what it is that you want and then going towards it. If you don't have a particular person in mind, then, you know, it doesn't really matter. It's just like what you envision as your Heaven and Earth. I feel like here, there might be, like, someone you have in mind already, but it doesn't matter. it's like what you want like is possible for you. You might not know this person yet. You might not, like, you just have an idea of what you want. And I feel like, again, it's possible. It just takes you being in like a different energy, right? And like just letting go of the fear and whatever happened in the past, like letting it go, right? And that's what I saw in the meditative session. Someone like accepting it and just kind of trusting and going with the flow. So I feel like, yes, this is like a beautiful read, Aquarius. Let's pull some advice. So yeah, Aquarius, let's go with Groundhog Spirit first. They're trying to like tell you with this coming up in reverse that the past doesn't have to be like the present or the future, right? The past could just be let go and you don't have to like worry about that anymore, right? That's what I feel like is holding you back, like that Eight of Swords, that mental conflict. It's like once you become very clear and you kind of embrace it and let go and like just trust, everything's gonna kind of come to you, right? But it comes with like first letting go of like the past, right? And accepting that whatever happened. And you know, it doesn't have to be the future, right? Like don't let it overwhelm you. Don't feel sad about it. Know that like you're getting a chance to start again, right? And you can do anything you want. I think they're trying to tell you with Seahorse Spirit, watch and wait, number 53. It's like you're going to see how everything kind of aligns itself and everything kind of works out and everything, you know, you do get your 10 of Cups. It's just like maybe not in the exact way that you thought it was going to come, right? Just like watch and wait. Like there's times when we're like kind of confused about what the hell's going on. We're like, we never see how things are going to turn out, right? But I think like things are going to end up, like we're kind of getting this like wheel turned, right? Where it's like watch and wait and see like how everything kind of changes, right? And it's based on, I guess, I feel like a lot of it's based off your energy, right? Like this rebirth, right? And this end of like fear. And I feel like it's whatever pain like happened, I feel like it's brought you closer to some sort of clarity, right? Some sort of like, well, I know now a lot more than I did in the past. And I feel like that's why I had to go through this cycle, right? And then you have Saint Bridget, Our Lady of Exalted Light. I give endlessly because the light is without end. My soul is all I need. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like you've come into some sort of contact with your soul, right? Whatever pain that you've been through has led you to like become closer to who, like to know what you want and to know who you are. So I feel like, yeah, the cycle might have been really painful. The cycle, you wish things didn't have like you can wish that things didn't have to happen the way they did. But again, I feel like any heartbreak, any pain, it just puts you into better contact with who you really are, right? And that's like the whole point of being here, right? We're trying to like figure ourselves out. And now that you are figured out, you have this opportunity for like the 10 of Cups, the real 10 of Cups, right? Like a lot of people think that I think they're sitting in the 10 of Cups, but I feel like they're not. I think this 10 of Cups is like really with the like partner that you're supposed to be with, right? The life that you're supposed, like the happiest you can imagine yourself. This is what the 10 of Cups is, right? And now you can come into contact with that because like you can like reach that, right? Because you know who you are. Whatever 10 of Cups you might have thought you wanted like 10 years ago is not the same 10 of Cups you want right now, right? So yeah, Aquarius, I really love this reading for you guys. I hope this reading resonates and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.